Welcome to Yoga on Demand. Yoga on Demand is a monthly yoga subscription plan where we meet live every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Time for a full-length 1-hour yoga class. We offer different styles of yoga each day, from Vinyasa Flow to Slow Flow to our Strength and Tone class, which actually incorporates small hand weights for added muscle building, as well as a Yin yoga class and meditation. Can't make it to the live stream? Don't sweat it. You can sweat all you want with our Yoga on Demand archive, which holds over 80 full-length 1-hour yoga classes, so you can do yoga anywhere, anytime. This plan also includes full access to our community forum, where you can meet and connect with like-minded individuals, discuss everything in health and wellness, from creativity, intuition development, mindfulness techniques, cooking recipe shares, home design and entertainment, and even have a place to share any questions you may have or experiences you'd like to share along your wellness journey. At renelleb.com, we eat well, live well, and be mindful together. Now let's get ready for class. Welcome to our yin and meditation practice. So this class goes a little over an hour for a time of meditation at the end of class. And so for our yin practice, I just wanted to remind you all that we're going to be holding positions for longer periods of time. So just be mindful that you're comfortable if that involves having blocks nearby, or maybe stacked books, a blanket, maybe some pillows or a bolster. Just be sure to have everything ready. And we'll get started today. If you have blocks, we'll get started in a supported fish pose. So you're going to want to align your blocks in a T-shaped position, either on the lowest level, or I sometimes like the mid-level, and you'll want to make sure that they're both for the same height for the head and for the chest area. What you're going to do then is come and lie your upper back on the first block, and then the other is going to support your head. So you might have to adjust the positioning so that it feels good, and then your knees are going to go apart, falling open in a diamond-shaped position, hands on either side of the body, and you're just going to open the chest here. So this is really great to release any tension in the front of the chest. And so you can just relax here if you have blocks. If you don't have blocks, you can come down on your back and draw the knees open, soles of the feet together, and still come in that diamond-shaped position, and still draw your shoulder blades behind the back, opening up through the chest. Of course, the blocks just really help to open that up a little bit more. As the birds welcome us, I also invite you to start to soften your body here. Start to land on your mat, letting go of any worries or stresses that you may have for the remainder of the day, any to-do list, and just let that go. We're here for our practice, for ourselves. And so allow yourself to just be at peace here in the present moment, starting to tune in with your body, tuning in with your breath, noticing how your mental body's doing, how your emotional body's doing, acknowledging whatever's in your space right now, creating space for it to come forward. And then letting it all go. And just do a body scan here from head to toe, and soften the areas of tension in the body. So you'll want to quiet the mind enough so that you can pay attention to how your body's feeling.
This is also a really beautiful heart opener if you're using your blocks to support your chest in your fish pose. As you open the chest, you're also opening up your heart chakra. And so wherever you're at, even if you're using the blocks or if you're not using the blocks, we're going to start encouraging emotions of the heart now. So drawing forward an emotion for our practice today on the love spectrum, whether you want to work with gratitude or peace or equanimity. Maybe you want to practice forgiveness or letting go. Making space for these emotions to start being cultivated in your heart. And as you work with whatever emotion you're choosing today, start to feel it opening up and spiraling in your heart center. So you can imagine as though either, if you're familiar with the chakras, that spiral of energy is opening up, front and back, behind the chest. Or you can also envision a beautiful yellow rose opening up. So you can imagine a tight bud of the rose. And then as you open your heart chakra, that bud just opens up and starts to imbue your entire body with this beautiful, loving emotion. And just notice how that feels like in the body. Notice if you can feel that opening happening. And then set an intention now for your practice. So whether you want to dedicate your practice to someone or something, you can set that now. And we're going to take 3 more breaths here. And then I'd like to encourage everyone to bring one hand over your belly, or you can bring both hands over your belly if it's comfortable. And we're going to start to deepen our breath now. So on your next inhale, breathe into the belly and feel your hands rising with the breath. Allow the breath to move up the rib cage towards the collarbone. And then see if you can hold the breath at the top of the inhale. And then slowly soften the chest down as you exhale through the nose. And the belly comes down last as you release all the air from your belly. Hold at the end of the exhale. And then take another breath in through the nose. Expand the belly up. Feel your hands rising with the breath. And then allow the breath to move up the rib cage towards the collarbone. Hold at the top of the breath. And then slowly release the air from the lungs, starting at the top of the lung. And then slowly working your way down. The belly comes down last. Hold at the end of the exhale once again and continue with this deep belly breath throughout your practice today. Really allowing your breath to guide you and to help you soften through our yin practice. And so on your next inhale, you're going to sweep your arms up overhead wherever you're at, whether you're using blocks or not. And you're going to interlace your hands and press the palms away from the head. Nice release here through the chest. Take one more inhale here with the hands overhead. And then on the exhale, release the interlace and bring the hands out towards the hips. And we're just going to move like this as though you're making imaginary snow angels. So inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, moving nice and slow and merging that movement with the breath. Palms facing up. Exhale, the hands come down back towards the sides of your hips. Moving, inhale and exhale. And as you do these little snow angels, you're going to notice that there are certain parts of the movement that feel a little bit stickier than the rest. And so just keep an eye out for where those spots of tension are, because in 2 or 3 more breaths, we're going to hold those areas, just to allow a deeper opening to occur. And so wherever those points of tension are, you're going to go and find that area, and you're just going to allow your arms to rest out there. And then go ahead, find a different area to focus on and hold it there. Making sure that you're not holding or bringing tension to the face, so just soften your face. Soften the neck and shoulders. And then find another spot that's holding tension and hold it there once again. And use your breath to help soften and ease the tension in these areas. Noticing any emotions that may arise as you hold this position. And then find a new spot, one last spot to focus on. Take 2 more breaths here. And then slowly release the hands to come to support the outer edges of your knees, and then bring the knees back up. Separate the feet hip width apart, and then drop the knees to touch. Take just a few breaths here. And then if you're in your supported fish pose and using the blocks, you're just going to bring one hand over to the side, and then you're going to roll off the blocks really nice and gently, and then you're going to move the blocks away from underneath you. If you're not using blocks, just hold your diamond shape position, hold the positioning with your knees in towards each other. We're all going to meet on our backs now. And then slowly hug the knees in towards the chest. You can rock side to side. Doing whatever feels good here. Okay, so lower the feet back down. If you're using blocks for your practice, we're going to pick up the hips and come into a bridge pose. And we're going to be holding our bridge pose for a little bit here. So place the block at whatever height feels good for you and lower your hips down on the block. And you want to make sure that you're just below the sacrum or just in the middle part of your sacrum. So just before the tailbone arise. And so you can stay here with your knees bent, or you can extend the legs out in front of you. It's really important that you don't feel any severe pinching in this pose. So if it does pinch, don't extend the legs, just keep the knees bent. Or if there's still pinching at whatever height you're experiencing, then remove the block or set it to a lower position. Now, if you're not using a block,
If you're enjoying this class, consider supporting my work and join Yoga on Demand for $30 a month and watch this full class without any interruptions. With this membership, you'll also gain 5 weekly live yoga classes every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Time, as well as a community of like-minded individuals with full access to our community forum. Check the description box below for more information and website links. Now let's get back to class.
We're just going to focus on drawing one knee in towards your chest, lying on your back. And what we're trying to do here is release the hip flexor. So you're going to kick out your right heel and draw the left knee in tightly towards the chest. So wherever you're working at, find that comfortable position to rest in. Open your arms out to the side. Opening up through the chest. If you're being supported by the blocks below you, really try to soften through the hip flexors, relax through the glutes, release any tension in the hip area. And if you're not using the block, keep drawing that left knee in towards your chest and kicking out through that right heel simultaneously to get that nice stretch through the right hip flexor. And so this yin yoga is very passive. So once you've found your positioning, allow yourself to just melt either into the ground or into your block. And let that be the work, just allowing yourself to melt down and soften. And then bring your awareness back onto the breath. See if you can lengthen your breath even more. Maybe you want to start working more intentionally with your breath and softening the body with every exhale as you work on getting into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. And then resist any urges to move or fidget around once you've found your positioning. And work on strengthening the mind to resist those urges, because they'll come inevitably. If you have a hair on your face and you want to move it, or see if you can work through just being okay with wherever you're at. And so as we hold this, we'll be here for a few minutes. So with yin yoga, you always want to hold things a little bit longer than normal to really give your muscles the time to release and relax. And so find comfort in quiet, peace and tranquility. Work on your breath. And then if you're pulling your left knee in towards your chest, I'm going to let you know when to switch. And so just continuously draw that left knee in towards the chest and kick that right heel away from the mat. If you're drawing your left knee in towards your chest, just slowly extend that left leg back out and then hug your right knee in towards the chest. Simultaneously, as you draw your right knee to the chest, you're going to kick out through that left heel. And with every exhale, see if you can slowly integrate that right knee closer towards the chest. If you're using your blocks at this point, maybe you want to deepen into the stretch and maybe you want to try going up a height on the blocks, or maybe you want to try extending your legs out. Just listening to your body and finding whatever works for you. We're going to be here for about 3 more minutes, so find a comfortable position or stay where you're at. That's completely fine too. If you've recently just transitioned to a different leg, or if you've gone up a level in your stretch, be sure to make sure that you're softening through the face, shoulders, and neck, and that you're not drawing additional tension to other parts of the body as you try to release in one area. So just do a quick body scan, make sure that you're not holding tension in the upper chest, neck, head, or face. Let that go. And then bring your awareness back internally. Resist the urge to move or fidget around. And just soften down once again. 3 more long deep breaths here. If you're in a position with the blocks, slowly walk your feet back towards the hips, towards the blocks. Engage your core, and then slowly tuck your tailbone under and then pick up the hips. You're going to want to move the block away from underneath the hips now and slowly lower your hips back down onto the mat, moving one vertebra at a time. Going nice and slowly, and then just holding it there. With the knees bent, you can separate your feet as wide as your mat and just allow the knees to fall in towards each other as you reset your spine. So it's always really important when you have this kind of stretch throughout the spine, or when you're working with the spine, that you take the time to really soften and come back to a neutral position. So just breathe here nice and quietly. If you're holding your right knee in towards your chest, extend both of your legs out and just find that neutral spine as well. This really lets your nervous system integrate whatever it is we've just worked on as well. So as you continue to rest here with your knees together, or if your legs are extended, just notice that integration process. Notice if your body naturally wants to tense back up, and see if you can resist that urge and soften into the body instead, into the mat instead. And so you're the driver here. So you have that present awareness to notice, okay, I'm tensing up my shoulders, let me soften that. Or my low back is trying to tense up, let me see if I can intentionally soften that area. And take 3 more long deep breaths here. And then wherever you're at, slowly draw your knees in towards your chest. Pull your knees in nice and closely here. And then just rock side to side. And then with ease, we're going to come over to one side and make our way up in a seated position. You bring along your blocks if you have them, or if you have some sort of a pillow or something else that you can support yourself in this pose, bring that along. And then we're going to create a nice wide diamond shaped position with our legs once again. And then from that position, you're going to want to move the skin away from your sits bones. And then find a nice tall spine, and we're going to fold over our legs here. So you're going to come down. If you have a pillow, you can support your chest that way. If you have a block, you can support your chest with the block. If you have 2 blocks, you can support your head as well. And you're just going to rest here in a forward fold over the legs, wherever you're at. And once again, allow this pose to be really passive, really soft and opening. And we're going to hold this position for a little bit. You'll have the option to deepen into the stretch again in just a few moments.
Thank you for tuning into today's preview yoga class. If you'd like to watch this full-length 1-hour yoga class with Renelle B, please make your way to renelleb.com and sign up for Yoga On Demand. Check the description for more information and website links. Yoga On Demand is a monthly yoga subscription plan where we meet live every Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. Eastern Time to 10 a.m. Eastern Time for a full-length 1-hour yoga class. We offer different styles of yoga each day, from Vinyasa Flow to Slow Flow to our Strength and Tone class, which actually incorporates small hand weights for added muscle building, as well as a yin yoga class and meditation. Can't make it to the live stream? Don't sweat it. You can sweat all you want with our Yoga On Demand archive, which holds over 80 full-length 1-hour yoga classes, so you can do yoga anywhere, anytime. This plan also includes full access to our community forum, where you can meet and connect with like-minded individuals, discuss everything in health and wellness, from creativity, intuition development, mindfulness techniques, cooking recipe shares, home design and entertainment, and even have a place to share any questions you may have or experiences you'd like to share along your wellness journey. At renelleb.com, we eat well, live well, and be mindful together. I hope to see you there. I'm sending you all so much love and light your way. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll catch you later.